Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's finally here, the long-awaited part 2 of my cruelty-free series. Today we're going to be focusing on makeup, which, as I said in my last video, is a whole other can of worms. If I'd have talked about makeup in the last video, it would have gone on for 50 hours. But I've tried to make this as short and sweet and simple as possible. I'm not gonna rant about it anymore. I've had my rant. So if you want to hear my rant, then please hop across to the first video before watching this one, and this one will make a lot more sense. So today's video is on the makeup side of animal testing, and we're going to be going in and I'm going to hit you with some facts. So now I'm going to hit you with the real facts and the real figures about what this is doing to animals in our world, and it's disgusting. I would say turn off if you're easily offended, but don't turn off because this is actually real and it's actually happening. And then we're going to go ahead and look at some swaps for your makeup products. A massive 100,000 to 200,000 animals die or suffer each year just in cosmetic testing. These include rabbits, hamsters, guinea pigs, rats and mice, things we all keep as pets. These include skin and eye irritation tests, where chemicals are rubbed into the shaved skin or dropped into the eyes of rabbits. These tests cause considerable pain and distress, including blindness, sore, swollen eyes, bleeding skin, internal bleeding, organ damage, birth defects, convulsions and death. And during this testing, pain relief is not provided. And at the end of a test, an animal is usually killed, normally by asphyxiation, neck breaking or decapitation. Pretty gruesome, right? Now, companies have a choice whether to test on animals or not. And some companies insist on developing new ingredients to use in their products. These new ingredients do not have existing safety data. Therefore, they have to test these products on animals, and that leads to the horrors that I've just told you. If these companies just stick to using the thousands of cosmetic ingredients that are already available and that already exist, then they would never have to test on animals. And that's how cruelty-free companies work. So if that hasn't shocked you, and if you still want to carry on using products that test on animals, you're obviously... I'm just going to read out the list of companies that still test on animals or fund animal testing, or whose parent company tests on animals, or who sell their products in China. Benefit, Bobbi Brown, Bourjois, Clarins, Clinique, Estee Lauder, Essie, Glamglow, L'Oreal, Lancome, MAC, Makeup Forever, Maybelline, Max Factor, Nars, OPI, Rimmel and Revlon. That's just some of the common companies that still test on animals and cause that pain and suffering. There's no need. So we're going to talk about a popular product that still tests on animals. I'm going to go through like the whole steps of the makeup routine, and we're going to talk about swaps that you can make to stop buying these disgusting products, because I'm sure after that you don't want to buy them anymore. So let's start with primer. Start at the beginning, why not? A really popular primer that I used to use before I was educated on this is the Benefit Professional, and I feel like Benefit is one of those brands that people always assume is cruelty free. Their website even states we do not test our product on animals, nor do we permit others to do so on our behalf. But then it goes on to say, except where it is required by law. So you do test on animals. And exactly what I said in my last video, companies can claim to be cruelty free because it's not a regulated term, so they have every right, sadly, to say on their bottles and on their website that they are cruelty free, but they've just said themselves they test on animals where it's required by law, so they do test on animals, so let's avoid that. So the Benefit Professional retails at about £29. Some amazing swaps that you can make for the exact same quality, the exact same kind of feel for the product. There's the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Primer. Too Faced, an amazing cruelty-free brand that retails at about £26. Or the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, again, retails at £28. So you're getting very similar quality products, but Smashbox and Too Faced are both cruelty-free. So say goodbye to your Benefit Professional. Next step, moving on to concealer. I've been using this cruelty-free concealer for years, since I was a teenager. A lot of people I know and a lot of beauty bloggers, vloggers out there are always raving about the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. Nars sadly are not cruelty free, but an amazing dupe for that is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, which retails at just £4, whereas the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer is £24, so you're saving money and you're saving the animals. Sadly, Nars do sell their products in China, which means they test on animals. Moving on to foundation. A foundation that I used to use and that was really popular and still is quite popular, I always see ads for it, is the Clinique foundations. I've used the anti-blemish one. Unfortunately, Clinique are owned by Estee Lauder, who test on animals, so their parent company is not cruelty free. They test on animals where it's required in China, so avoid them. But a great alternative is, which I've recently newly discovered, Bare Minerals foundation. Now their original foundation, it comes in a powder and you can buy the brush, and it covers blemishes exactly the same as the Clinique one, and the Clinique one retails at £29 and the Bare Minerals one retails at £28, so same price, just the Bare Minerals one is cruelty free. Moving on to powders, bronzers, highlighters, all the stuff that you put on your face. I think every girl that I went to school with and that I grew up with, we used to always use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. Unfortunately, Rimmel are not cruelty free. They do sell in China where it's required by law, as we know, to test on animals. And also their parent company are not cruelty free and they are on the PETA non-cruelty free list as well. Same with Rimmel bronzers. I used to use the Rimmel bronzers all the time because they're just affordable and again, they're not cruelty free. I found a new amazing powder. This brand I've already talked about. It's the Collection Sheer Loose Powder, which retails at just £2.99, and it's the best loose powder I've ever bought in my life. Whereas the Rimmel Stay Matte powder retails at £4, so again, saving money and saving the animals. For bronzers, you've got the e.l.f. matte bronzer, which retails at £7.50. Again, e.l.f. is another amazing, affordable, cruelty-free brand, which I would never probably reach to before, but now I know they're cruelty-free, reach to them all the time. They do some amazing products. Again, I used to use a Benefit highlighters, so they're all gone, they've all been chucked out. As we know, Benefit aren't cruelty free. For example, the Benefit Dandelion highlighter retails around £19. I now use a NYX highlighting palette, which comes to £17. So you're getting like 5 colours for less price than you're getting one for. Now, NYX is a tricky one because they've recently been bought by L'Oreal, so their parent company tests on animals. However, when I did my research for this video, NYX are still on the PETA and other regulators cruelty-free list, so but for now they are still on the good list. However, I don't know how long that'll last as they have just been bought out by L'Oreal, so watch this space for NYX. Moving swiftly on to eyeshadow palettes. Now there's one brand that we haven't spoke about yet that I know a lot of you have their eyeshadow palettes, and that is MAC. And I'm sorry to say, even though they claim to be cruelty free, they're not. Their website is in fact very misleading, so please don't fall for that. The MAC do sell in China where we know it's mandatory to test on animals, and even though they don't do the testing themselves, they have to agree to it and they have to pay a third company to do the testing for them. Some great eyeshadow palette alternatives are The first one I absolutely love is my Juvias Place palette. My lovely cousin got it for me for Christmas, so thank you, Yaz. Amazing colours, amazing pigmentation, a lot better than the MAC palette, so definitely check out Juvias Place. Also, you'll all be pleased to know that Urban Decay is cruelty free, so if you are an Urban Decay eyeshadow fan, then carry on to your heart's content, because Urban Decay is fab and cruelty free. Again, they all retail at similar prices. The average MAC palette is about £24, the Urban Decay palettes are about £30 to £40, and the Juvia's Place one's about £24, so all on the same level. Just would rather buy the cruelty free equivalent. Now, mascara I did struggle with, because my ride or die mascara was the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I would literally never use anything else. It's been my go-to for years and years and years and years, and then obviously we find out Maybelline is not cruelty free, and I have a massive breakdown and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to find a new mascara after all this time. So Maybelline are owned by L'Oreal, who we know test on animals, and they sell their product in China. So after a lot of searching, I found two really good mascaras that are easy cruelty free swaps. The first one is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. You don't need me to tell you about that, because we all know that's a good go-to mascara. Everyone talks about it. The second one is the NYX mascara, but I'll probably reach more for the Too Faced one, seeing as the uncertainty with NYX at the moment. The Lash Sensational Maybelline retails at £9. The Better Than Sex one a little bit more pricey, it's £22, but the NYX one is £9. Again, with lip products, all the same companies. Again, you want to be avoiding MAC, you want to be avoiding Rimmel, you want to be avoiding Maybelline, Max Factor. For lip products from the drugstore, you've got places like Barry M, Elf Cosmetics, or even our good old friend, The Body Shop. And you'll be pleased to know that Jeffree Star, Kim Kardashian Cosmetics and Kylie Cosmetics are all cruelty free as well. So well done to the celebs with makeup lines out there. So I'm just going to read you the full list of cruelty free makeup products that hopefully you will all reach for, rather than the list at the beginning of the video than the non-cruelty free products. So our cruelty free makeup brands are Afterglow, Anastasia Beverly Hills, Barefaced Beauty, Bare Minerals, Barry M, Beauty Blender, Becca, BH Cosmetics, Boots Own Brand, Bumble Bumble, Buxom, Colourpop, Cover FX, Covergirl, Eco Tools, Elemis, Elf, First Aid Beauty, Glossier, Gosh, Hourglass, It Cosmetics, Jeffree Star, Juvias Place, Kat Von D, Kiko, KKW Beauty, Kylie Cosmetics, Liz Earle, Lush, Up Geek, Marc Jacobs, Milk Cosmetics, Molton Brown, No. 7, NYX, Pixie, RCMA, Real Techniques, Sleek, Smashbox, Stila, Superdrug Own Brand, Tarte, Tatcha, The Body Shop, The Ordinary, Too Faced and Urban Decay are all brands that we need to start supporting, start buying, because they are doing absolutely nothing wrong and not putting through animals like the pain that I described at the beginning of the video. If these companies can do it, the rest of them can do it. Like I said, I'm not going to go on a rant, because I already went on a rant in my first video. All I'm going to say is we can all make a difference if you chuck out all the non-cruelty free products and just make little swaps. A lot of them are the same price and the same quality. Don't forget to tell your friends, share this with your friends, share it with your family, whoever. The more people that can make these swaps, the more people that are going to make a difference. Again, if you've got any questions, then please let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Hopefully this all made sense. Even if you swap out 1 or 2 products or stop buying 1 or 2 brands that test on animals, you will make a massive difference. Definitely do some of your own research as well. I am shocked at the things that I'm finding out the more I look into this, and I'm nowhere near done looking into it. So there's a lot more work that we can do. Thank you so much for watching. Please, like I say, share this video far and wide, because if we can get the message out, then hopefully a change will come. Please comment below any other cruelty-free products that you know as well. Start a discussion talking about all the amazing products out there that we can start buying. Please like this video if you enjoyed it or got something out of it, and please subscribe, because there'll be plenty more to come. Hope you're all keeping safe and well, and I'll see you next time.